Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody? Can everyone hear me okay and see me okay? Hi, 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 hi. Good morning. Twat little. According to Twatville, I'm not a nice old lady. Clearly they didn't want to talking about. Hi, good morning. Right, so this stream, guys, is literally, I want to go over, like, literally the whole Steve, Katie Joy thing, and, you know, I'm going to be bringing LB up to what we're going through today with these people. I want to just start and sort of go through one by one sort of all the stuff that we've had to deal with, as well as, let's be fair, mainly KJ's have to deal with, you know. So I want to start. I'm not going to be able to read all of the chats, but if you want to, you can keep writing it until I read it, but I will sort of be back and forth on the chats because I really want to get through all of this. Just have a quick look at the chat. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Right. So this all started when Steve lost a non sequitur, right? So he and Kyle, who owned a non sequitur, Kyle shut it down. Like, there was just so many problems with it. He was problematic, and I'm not going to go too much into it because, to be honest, I really don't know who's lying, who's telling the truth, and I don't care, if I'm honest with you. I really don't give a shit. But this is the basic pin that put the last thing in Katie Joy's coffin as far as Steve McGray was concerned. Because Katie believed her friend. Why wouldn't she? Like, she's Kyle's friend. She's going to believe her friend. I'm going to believe my friend over someone who, you know, is been sexually harassing her and others. Do you know what I mean? And so this is where all that started. And something I didn't realize until Uni's live last night, and you can, like, obviously go back and watch Uni's live, it was really, really informative, right? I've always done that and been that we're no one to, like, I think I was talking to T and Britta's yesterday on the phone, and I was saying, what would upset, say there was 4 of us in a group, right? Out of that group, a man said something to the same thing to each 4 of us, right? Say it didn't bother me and it didn't bother Britta's. It could affect T and Katie Joy, right? Just because something we think is not that big a deal, or I think is not that big a deal, would not necessarily not be a big deal for Katie. And if Katie is a married woman, she doesn't want to have some creepy guy talking about his dong size. I wouldn't want that either, to be honest. I wouldn't like that. I would feel very uncomfortable with that. I feel very uncomfortable watching some of his streams where he's asking, you know, Sweet Heathen to moan and to show her boobs and sit up a little, make her a bit perkier. You know, all these things is just, for me, kind of proves that what Katie was saying is actual fact, right? At this bit though, I want to apologize to Katie Joy, because I did actually believe Steve's bullshit about it being via a Twitter message. So on that part, I actually did, and I think most of us did as well, because we were on, I don't want to say a hate campaign for Katie, but we all didn't like her. We all didn't like her views, the way she went about things, and that's fine. We have every right not to like Katie Joy, as much as everybody's got a right not to like me, Steve, Uni, whoever else. But he took this to a whole new level. Katie Joy not once said it was from a Twitter conversation. There's like 2 separate tweets that she put out over a few months period of stating it was on a phone call before a show or after a show or something like that. I can't remember which was, whether it was before or after. So we have no right to judge her on what she felt to feel uncomfortable and what she felt to be as sexual harassment to her. That was her. She didn't like it, and we have no fucking right to judge what she felt. They're her feelings. She felt this way, and that's the end of the story. Okay? So now, obviously, Steve is not reaching the audience he needs to. For his hate boner for Katie, he is not reaching the audience he needs to. Enter Miss Kim. Okay? Miss Kim is not a Teen Mom fan. Right, so where did the fuck did she come from? She convinced LB to talk to Steve, because we're not forgetting during this time LB and Katie were having a bit of a tiff. Do you know what I mean? I didn't like how Katie spoke about Leslie. I still don't like it, if I'm honest with you. Me and Katie are never gonna see eye to eye on certain things, but on these kind of things, no woman has a right, or man has a right, to tell another woman that how she felt is silly, is not okay, is her just being a brat, is her just being this, is her just being that. They are her feelings. She is valid to feel any damn way she wants to. So he came into our little Teen Mom, 90-Day Fiance and all that sort of crap via Kim. So Leslie was having a lot of crap with KJ. They were going back and forth. To be honest, it probably would have just ended with a couple of bitches back and forth, and it would have been done and dusted, if not for the Steve lot. Okay? During this time, Leslie decides, enough is enough. There's just no need to carry on. I'm just, I'm done. I'm gonna, make amends with Katie. And Steve was like, and this might not be word for word, but this is around about what he said. When Katie Joy fucks you over again, because she will, I need you to publicly say Steve was right. Now, this comes in quite a lot through this story. Steve likes people to go tell him on Twitter, but Steve was right. Steve was right. So a few months down the line, Katie and Leslie, again, like me and Katie, Leslie and Katie are never going to see eye to eye on certain things. They're very different content creators. Even though they view the same stuff, they're very different people. They are very different people. So as we're then, they're not going to get on. So in pops mcboomer and basically tries to convince Leslie to do a live with him. He wants her audience, basically, he wants you guys to listen to him so that you guys do his dirty work and go and bully Katie Joy. To a degree, he got that. Not necessarily the way he might have thought he got it, but he got it. We'll begin to this point in a minute. So once all this starts sort of kicking off, like he somewhere around that sort of time, Leslie lost her channel. I'm not going to go into details. That's Leslie's details to think. We all know that whether or not her channel was struck by A, B, C, D, or even X, right? It really doesn't matter. She could not stream, okay? So Steve, 5 minutes before a stream, said, I'll give you all the super chats, which came to 375.02, okay? So with that, she got the super chat. She was very grateful. And this part, he jumped the gun. He jumped the gun on whether it was, you know, whether it was this or whether it was that or whether it was this. But I'm going to kind of stick up for Steve on this part, because KJ, whether she intentionally meant it for Steve or for Leslie, her people did go out and strike. They were told to strike, and they went out and strike. She admitted it later on, but again, I'm not going to go into that bit. That's between them two. That's between Leslie and Katie, and that's for them to resolve or non-resolve later on. Okay, so then enter the 4th of December, right? On the 4th of December, Leslie lost her nephew. Okay, during this time, Leslie was getting 1 million calls, 1 million messages from Kim and from Laurie saying, we need to talk to you, we need to talk to you, ASAP, we need to talk to you. Okay, Leslie eventually replied to Laurie at it was like 9:56 her time. That's the time she actually replied to Laurie, saying, okay, I've just got back in. She'd literally just got back in from her sister's house. You know, it was I can't even imagine what kind of day. It was the most horrific day any family has to go through. So once she settles down, she rings Laurie maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes later. Laurie then proceeds to tell her about those fake screenshots, which we all now know are fake. You know, we know nothing's come of it. It's been since December. We're now in May. They're fake. They're fake screenshots. Who made them? Again, we all have different views on that. Is Laurie even a real person? Yeah, she's a real person, but that's not her name. So, oh, sorry, I'm missing a bit. On the day that Abe passed, Katie was putting up messages between her and Flossie, her and Leslie, and it looked like there was going to be a little bit of a, you know, just squash everything. Nothing is this important. You know, a loss of a child is way more important to anything, you know. During this time, obviously, they're freaking out. They're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I need to speak to Leslie. I need to speak to Leslie. Like, which straight off the back is, if you had those, you certainly wouldn't give them the day. Do you know what I mean? The day that they lost a loved one, you wouldn't be wanting to give them to her. You would want to be, you know, waiting a little while, sitting on them a little while. But this Laurie apparently sent them to Kim, allegedly. Kim then sent them to Steve. Steve then sent them, well, actually, let's not say sent them. Let's rephrase the sent them. Steve made transcripts of them. Why? That is going to be in your head, because there's only one reason I would think that somebody would send transcripts rather than just sending the screenshots. But he was on Facebook literally like wiping the floor, like saying, you wait till you see this, we got good evidence, this is gonna bury, she's this, she's that, wait till you see this, Katie Joy's going down. All he cared about was Katie Joy going down. Do you know what I mean? You'll go, he doesn't care what these screenshots represented. Now, these screenshots were horrific. Like, they were horrific. These screenshots then made myself, and I'm going to completely hold my hands up here, and a lot of you guys as well, and a lot of other people, flip the fuck out. We went after Katie hard. Like, how dare you say such a disgusting thing? Who the hell do you think you are? I was livid. I'm not even joking. I was livid. I was so angry. I was crying. I was livid, guys. There's not even a little bit. So then, for some bizarre reason, Miss Kim decided, I know what the best course of action is. The best course of action is to make a video about it. And let's upload it. Let's upload it to my YouTube channel. Okay? During this time, I can't remember, where was it now during this time? Oh, she releases it. She releases it to public, not private. So on everyone's watched it, and I took it. I then uploaded it. I'm going to 100% admit I presumed everyone knew. I presumed it was all out. I never spoke to Leslie about it. I just thought, well, you know, they're putting it out, they clearly know, right? I get a message then, oh my god, take it down, take it down, take it down. I'm like, why? What? Fuck her, she deserves it. Rah, rah, rah. Still going hard at Katie. Okay? I take it down, obviously, and then we figure out later on that it's back up. But this is exactly what Kim and Steve wanted. Kim and Steve wanted these screenshots public. Without these screenshots, what he's saying on Twitter, oh, if you want to know anything about them, go and speak to Kim. And I have the screenshots of the whole of that Facebook shit show. He is there. Oh, I've heard what they are, I've seen them. So he's gone and told other people, told other people, told other people, told other people. Leslie didn't even know about these at this fucking point. Like, how can a man go onto his Facebook, which, by the way, he is friends with Flossie and Leslie. You think one of them two ain't going to see that and go, holy shit, what's going on? Yeah, I feel guilty now for falsely accusing her. And we all do. Do you know what I mean? That's... He literally, at the time of us all feeling heartbroken for Flossie, heartbroken for Leslie, he brought these in. So he manipulated us all at this point then to be like, look, these are true. Look, this is what Katie Joy said. You know, it's clear now that that's not the case. Katie Joy did not say that. You know, she is many things. Like, I'm never going to get on with Katie Joy. I'm not. She's not my kind of person, and I'm certainly not her kind of person. I'm way too gobby. I'm way too out there to be her kind of person. But what this woman has gone through via Steve is absolutely disgusting. It's not okay. He's got anyone that he can possibly get to do his dirty work. Dickhead here did it. I'll happily admit, dickhead here did it. I went and did his dirty work for him. I went after her doing what he wanted me to do because I'm a dick. She's still a piece of shit. And B family, that's the thing. Everyone is entitled to their opinion about Katie Joy. We all got different views on Katie Joy, right? I am not saying that Katie Joy is the most perfect person in all of this. I'm not saying she's innocent in all of this, because she's far from the truth. What I am trying to say, though, is a year-long bullying, harassment, getting others to harass her, that's not okay. Think about, like, I can't even imagine people going after me for a full year. Like, I've had it for what, 4 months now. It's awful. It's not fun. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he just needs to leave her alone. It's been a year. Exactly. That's kind of my thoughts and myself on it. And like, this woman was sexually harassed by Steve. Like, and we're all just like, I did it, and I've apologized for it. I believed his lies. I believed it was from a Twitter conversation when it clearly wasn't. But Steve likes to give you the little pieces. So moving on now to it's about December 14th. So this is 10 days after losing Abe. Steve McRae goes into a little Twitter group that he got with his little granny army, and I know a few of my subs was in this Twitter group thing. He put out Leslie's address, phone number, and said, all of you need to ring Leslie. All of you need to ring Leslie. All of you need to bombard Leslie. I need those screenshots. I need that email. I need this. I need that. Bombarding her. And not just him, other people. He is getting other people. He's handing other people her phone number. Ring her, message her, bombard her. 10 days. 10 days after. So the sexual harassment is true. Yeah, she hasn't changed her statement from like June to like September to now. It's still been the same thing. She never stated it was a Twitter back and forth, never. She said straight away it was on a telephone call that he was talking about the size of his dong and her looks. She has every right to feel sexually harassed by that. So going to this now, he's given out her phone number, he's given out her address, making everyone go after Leslie. Obviously he's not going to do that to me. He knows better. He knows I'm not that stupid. And by this point I'd already well sussed him out and knew who he was, what he was. I'd spoken to Nate Brody about it, even before all this kicked off. This was back in November. I don't know where the screenshots came from, guys, right? Somebody obviously made them, okay? The only people that apparently knew about these screenshots, right, was Kim, Laurie, and Steve McRae. They're the 3 people that first knew about the screenshots. So where did they come from? She did say great boobs though. Yeah, they were talking about a porn star. But that's what made it so believable, Miss Leah, because she was talking about, like, with this porn star, but yeah, she got good boobs. That's why he could take that little tiny bit and manipulate us all into thinking, oh, that's what it was about. But even months before that, him showing that, he admitted on a live, oh, I'm saying penis live because I don't want to say it backstage again after last time. That's him admitting that he did it. That's him admitting, I sexually harassed Katie Joy. Do you know what I'm saying? Again, I don't know why he sent transcripts rather than the screenshots. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Just like the screenshots and the email, Steve. Well, yeah, like, does the email look dodgy? 100%. I've said this from the start. There's spelling mistakes, there's grammar errors and stuff, but Leslie just had that email sent to her. She opened it, she read it. This was like she wasn't even in the right frame of mind to be opening emails full stop here. Like, do you know what I'm saying? There's no way. But yet he's coming after her so damn hard, to the point, like, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, he's on IG Live calling Leslie a piece of shit, a liar, untrustworthy. They are three rich things coming from fucking Boomer. Like, they are unbelievably rich coming from a freaking Boomer. And he had people on there, like, literally being like, oh my God, Leslie, he's being threatened. Oh my God, Leslie, just give him the evidence. Leslie at this point had a fucking enough. Like, she had up to here. She just still, this is the first Christmas. This is 21 days after losing Abe. This is the first Christmas. She's got to plaster a smile on her face for her children. Do you really think her or any of the other elders in the family really wanted at all to celebrate Christmas that year? Because I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't. Okay, Nate said that he went over it and he looked at them, an old YouTube email. This is the thing. And another thing that really bothers me about the transcripts, okay? He wrote all that out. He did the same spelling mistakes and grammar mistakes on the screenshots as he did on the unless he said it was in a spam folder. Exactly. And he did the same errors that was on the screenshots were on the transcripts. But Steve McRae wants us to believe that Katie Joy made those. Katie Joy, it was all Katie Joy. She's a piece of shit. Katie Joy said that about a baby. No, she didn't. She did not say that. Okay? So now, Leslie's like, enough. I've had enough. Leave me alone. I need to get through this. Just leave me be. She'd had enough. She deleted everything. She'd had enough, right? Enter Unirock. Okay. First off, Unirock came in. He was going back and forth with the evidence. He was showing bits and pieces. But again, he was getting all his evidence from Steve. So again, I don't like Unirock. He doesn't like me, and that's fine. But when he stated, like, I need evidence, Steve. Bring your evidence to the table. I'm not going to be taking your word for it anymore. Right? What does he do? Uni's a piece of shit. Uni's trash. Uni's lies. Uni's this. And all of us Muppets, including me, we go and troll Uni. Uni cunt, uni cock, puny cock. We go and do it like a bunch of Muppets. And for that, Uni, I'm sorry. I should never have listened to a mcboomer and gone and trolled you like that, because that was wrong. And although I did not dox you, I did say the state. I did not dox you. I didn't. Unbeknown to me now, and after the fact, Lauren did put your actual address in my chat. I did not see that, but it's my chat, so I have to take responsibility for that. So he sort of goes on, and on that video, throws a crybaby fit. Yeah. So on this video then, Uni does, I think it was like a, lol, I'm going to criticize Steve. It was a joke. It was like, you know, I'm going to criticize him, ha 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 ha. He gave him a tiny little bit of criticism. Oh my God. Steve McRae pooped his friggin' diaper. He spat his friggin' dummy out of his mouth and throw a temper tantrum. Uni didn't say this. Uni didn't say what I wanted him to say. Uni didn't say blah, 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 blah. Complete and utter threw a fucking temper tantrum. So, hey Bubba. So, I know everyone's channel is growing, but Steve's, exactly. So, sort of further on down the line, there's sort of, Uni does go hard. He goes hard after Steve, right? We all then stick up for Steve because that's what he wants us to do. That's what he tells us to do. You know, go and troll Uni. Tell him he's wrong. He's wrong. He's wrong. Katie did do those screenshots. Tell him he's wrong. Tell him he's wrong. We're all like, oh my God, yeah, Uni, you're so wrong. And after this, then obviously Uni steps back. I think like 48 hours. He's just like, I'm you know, I'm done. He comes back and he from that video, I actually made me feel sorry for Uni, that video, because his voice literally sounded like he had like been quite annoyed, quite upset about the whole scenario. And up until like 2 days before that, all of these people, Uni, you know, Chihuahua, all was like, Uni's the best. Go and watch Uni. We love Uni. Go watch Uni. Uni. As soon as Uni gave Katie a, yeah, he is. But again, T, I kind of understand why at this point, like, although I don't like Katie Joy, she's never going to be my kind of person, and vice versa. I'm never going to be her kind of person. But for this woman to be bullied the fuck out of for a whole year by Steve and his trolls, and think about it, he's literally gone through all these different people just to do that. Like, if you don't like, I don't like Katie the way that she has spoken about Leslie. Okay, I don't like Katie the way she has spoken about me, or like the little annoying things she freaking does. But I honestly, deep down in my heart, I do not believe she deserves a freaking year of Boomer going from community to get a hate for Katie Joy. Uni actually considered Steve. Oh, 100% he considered him as his friend. 100%. 100% he did. I just need to go and get a drink a second. Thank you for putting the links up. If you want to support the channel, guys, you can PayPal me, because this video is definitely not going to be monetized. 100%. They're not going to monetize this shit. I don't understand what Uni is doing. She plays dirty. And no one is perfect. 100% cute. No one is perfect. I've done, guys, like, what you got to remember is I've done some shitty things since being on YouTube. Like, if you think about it and look back at the shitty things I done while starting on YouTube, did I know? Of course not. I didn't know that, like, certain things weren't allowed. Like, I just was being a bitch. But if you look back at some of the things I personally have done, it's pretty fucking shitty. We can all be shitty people from time to time. And I did get wrapped up in the whole, I hate Uni, I hate anything associated with Uni, I hate anything associated with Katie Joy. And that wasn't my fight. Do you know what I mean? That wasn't my fight to fight. That was Steve's fight. And this all doesn't boil down to anything. He couldn't give a shit about the screenshots. He couldn't care less about the screenshots. That was just a tool that they made to wind us lots up. We were all caught up though, Joan. We were all caught up. I did some really, really shitey things, you know? And I think, I'm not sure if I apologise to everybody. I believe I have, but if I haven't, I will 100% apologise. I'll apologise to Uni Rach. That was a really shitty thing to do. I'll apologise to Uni for somebody saying his address in my chat. Again, I'm sorry for that. But we all did. But again, hate Katie for the things Katie have done. Fine. Like, don't hate Katie for something that Steve McRae said she done. Because that's just him manipulating you to do his dirty work. And it worked. We were all there like, yep, we're gonna stick up for Steve. Like, Steve's done this, Steve's done this. You know, Steve helped Leslie out. We all made mistakes, Joe. We just have to learn from it. 100%. But this is what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm definitely not innocent in all of this, guys. She did an apology video but took it down after he wanted more. I don't blame her for taking it down. Me either. She's not going to apologise for saying that he sexually harassed her when it's true. She never once changed her story. From back in June, July, dates might be wrong here, but even back then to now, her story hasn't changed. Her story is still the same of what she's been saying. But then, like, there's other things then that a lot of people, a lot of you guys would know. In the background, Steve McRae is going to people's inboxes and saying, you need to denounce Leslie. You need to denounce Leslie publicly. Publicly denounce Leslie. You need to publicly denounce Unirock. If you don't do it, I can't have anything to do with you. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, if you don't do as you're told, he is going to make your life hell. Thank you for the donation, T. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It helps the channel and it helps me a lot right now. Obviously, with the lockdown and stuff, I really, really appreciate the PayPal. He loved that and still loves it, is laughing when things go his way. And like he said, I'm stepping away. I'm not having anything to do with, and I'm not going after Katie Joy. He's an admin in a frigging hate Katie Joy page on Facebook. Everything in there is hate me, hate Katie, mainly Katie, I will admit, there's a few odds of me, and hate Leslie. Like, seriously, love you. Thank you so much, T. I really appreciate it. I really, really do. Like, things, as for everyone, things are super hard right now for everyone, so I really appreciate it, and it helps the channel to keep growing. So, you know, where that is concerned, is kind of like, hey, Care, where's his acknowledgement? Where's his acknowledgement as saying, I didn't give the full evidence to Unirock? Where's the evidence saying, I lied about this, I lied about that, even if he said he didn't lie, even if he said, I enhanced the truth, okay? Let's just say that, even if he enhanced the truth, he still did these things, and he continually does these things. Do you know what I'm saying? She said the same about Joe's apology, that Steve said that about her apology, it wasn't good enough. Yeah, but again, I did have a bit of a tit for tat with KJ behind the scenes. I'm not going to go into it, obviously, because it was a private conversation between me and Katie Joy. We did go back and forth a little bit when she started getting a little bit snippy about like things I've done, and I'm like, listen, I'm apologizing for certain things. You know, I'm not going to apologize. I apologize for ever using a child. That's fucking disgusting, right? I apologize for ever questioning another woman who said that she felt sexually harassed. That's fucking disgusting. On my part, I am disgusting for doing that, okay? And for questioning her as a mother. I've no right to do that. That's not my fucking job. That's nothing to do with me. How she parents her kids is nobody else's fucking business but hers. And her husband's and her family's. And if there was something wrong, they can deal with it. Do you know what I'm saying? But for the other shit things that she's done, I'm not sorry. She's done some shitty things. She's said some horrific things about Leslie and about me and about other people. Do you know what I'm saying? I didn't do my full due diligence, and that's something he will ever say. Yeah, and that's all he needs to say. That would take so much of the heat off him. But these people are doubling down, tripling down. You know, even for Sweet Haven to say, I would rather be in a room with David Earl Gordon. Are you frigging kidding me? You would rather be in a room with David Earl Gordon than Nate Brody. Hello. I'm slightly confused here. Right, so back to it. Okay, so after the whole him and Uni gets into it, obviously there's like a load of uproar. We all damn right, Joe, I wouldn't want anyone judging me as a parent. No, and I had no right to judge her as a parent. That's not my fucking job. That's nothing to do with me. How she parents her kid is her concern. Nobody has the right to, and that was a really shitty thing on my part that I done. And I will forever be, you know, very sorry for that, because that was just a shitty thing to do. So sort of the whole Uni thing goes back and forth. It sort of gives us a bit of an insight, really. I think during that, a lot of us then start seeing Steve for what he is. Like, I had previously, I'd spoken to a few people, not many, because everyone was still loving on Steve. So I didn't really want to, I guess, go in and just like trample on everyone's feet. It's not my job. Do you know what I'm saying? So up until sort of this point, I'm just sort of still going after Katie, I suppose, because I'm still pissed at Katie. I'm not gonna lie, I was still pissed at Katie. I was still going after her pretty fucking hard, as well as Uni and Uni Rach. And again, like, Uni Rach's past has got fuck all to do with me. Her arrest record got fuck all to do with me. That was a shitty thing to do. I was pissed off at Uni, and I took it out on Uni Rach. Plain and simple. There is no in between of, oh well, you know, they said this, they said that. He pissed me off. He called me the R word, which pissed me off, so I went after his wife. Plain and simple. That's what happened. I was a vindictive little bitch who wanted revenge. Do you know what I'm saying? So all of this then sort of went on, and we know all of this went on for months and months and months. We're all asking, like, where's the screenshots? Where's the proof of the screenshots? You said you had proof. Where? Where are the screenshots? Right? After a certain amount of time, I know a lot of other people, Leslie, other people within the community, you know, are taking steps back from Steve. We don't want no part of it. I think I did a video on some of the things that Steve had stated about Leslie, and I was mad. I was fuming. Like, how dare you on Christmas, like the worst Christmas of their lives, how dare you go and make a live on IG, and say all this shite. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm going to get to Sherelle in a minute. Sorry, I'm going on. I knew it was going to be a long one, guys. Sorry. I just need to have a drink. Right. So, this all goes on now for months and months and months, right? We're all like, where is this evidence? Who made the screenshots, right? We all know where they were made. We're all pretty confident, whether it's on a 70, 20, 30%, whatever it is, you're all got your own thoughts and your own feelings, and that's okay to have those, of where those screenshots come from. So sort of this carries on now and carries on and carries on up until the RA. Now, once the yes, Joe, you're babbling. I know, sorry. Once I get to, I share Nate Brody's video. I do one of those fair use share things, and I'm talking over Nate Brody's video about the RA case. You know, if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. It's a very good video. The reason I didn't do my own video is because, one, I couldn't do as good as Nate Brody did it, and he said everything and done everything and got all the evidence. So again, there would be no point me doing my own video, so I just decided to do a fair use, share Nate's, and share Nate's video, and we chatted about it. Well, did that kick off a whole shitstorm. She was saying in the background, give her PayPal because she's going to be monetized because of this video. What? So this sort of goes on now for a little while, sort of the back and forth, the whole RA stuff comes up. Nate does a lot. Damn, going back to the beginning. Happy day, everyone. Hey, none. So now, like, Steve is now after Katie Joy harder than ever. So he is, you know, doing whatever he can to keep these screenshots going. These screenshots now are the main thing why he can get everyone to hate Katie. So he needs these screenshots to keep going, okay? Sherelle's bound to be monetized. She's got a huge, massive following. Right, so I'm going to fast forward now. We all know what goes on now over those few months. We all understand, we all get it, we all know what's going to go on over those few months. Up until this point now, we've had multiple people be abused, bullied by Steve and his cronies. You know, we know that Steve gave out, and Steve cronies gave out Katie's address, Katie's phone number, Leslie's phone number, Leslie's address. All of these are known facts, okay? All what's been going on now, I'm sort of fast forwarding now to what's been happening over the last few weeks. A woman called Sherelle from Sherelle's World, a YouTube channel, is did a collab with Katie Joy. It didn't go down too well, clearly, because Katie Joy still got a lot of haters from this, even though they can't see past what Steve has told them and what Steve is going to tell them. They can't see past it. So she does this collab, everything's okay, blah 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 blah. I think he's alright, Joe. He was in here the other day. Does a closet have an address? He called her a hoe, like, seriously. That, and I'm not sure if any of you watched last night on something pheasant, drunken pheasant, I think it was. I will admit, it was like at past 7 this morning I was watching it. I hadn't been to sleep all night. I'd been up in pain a lot, so I was having a really, really bad night. But some of the things that they were saying on there was pretty horrific. It really, I don't know whether some of you want to go and have a look, but that's up to you. So, like, now he's gone to Sherelle. Now, I don't know what's going on between Sherelle and Katie Joy. I don't know. And to be honest, I really don't fucking care. Like, I really don't care. It's, again, two YouTubers going off at each other, having a little to do with each other. Why do a creepy uncle need to be involved? Why do, like, creepy Uncle Fester need to be involved in this? Let them go after each other. If she's got a problem with Katie, she has a channel. Say it. Be a woman. Sit on your fucking channel and state and give your evidence of why you don't like Katie Joy or what Katie Joy have done to you. But, and I don't know whether this is true, again, this is what I've been told, she is pissed that Katie Joy is doing 90 Day Fiancé, and Katie Joy did an interview with a Lisa. I don't watch the show, again, so I don't know. Okay? So this, apparently, Sherelle from Sherelle's World is pissed off that she gave this Lisa a platform. Apparently this Lisa was using the N-word and it was really derogatory. It was like bad and it was like this and it was like that, you know. And okay, like, I don't like the N-word. I don't like it when anyone says the N-word. The N-word is disgusting. But at the same time, she's given her an interview, you know. But Sherelle, if you were pissed at Lisa being a racist and Katie Joy giving her a platform, why are you not pissed at Steve McGray for giving a rapist, giving a child molester a platform? I think Katie is keeping her contacts from Sherelle. That's even more bloody petty. Like, that is so friggin' petty. She's mad because Katie had a racist on her YouTube channel. But again, okay, she's a racist. She's a piece of shit, right? But why is it okay then that Steve McRae has had a rapist on his channel, a convicted rapist, okay, being indicted for child fiddling, right? And not just that, can we just add that he called David Earl Warden a honourable man? I will never understand if Sherelle goes through with this. She is going to bite off more than she can freaking chew. You know how Katie kept Andrew from Leslie. She's never going to share. She's not a sharing type. She's never going to share. Why would Sherelle think that she would share? She's not a kid that shares her sweeties. This is perfectly known. Why would Sherelle think that she was going to share her sweeties with anybody? Just need to sit back and watch. And I agree with that. It is going to be a case of sitting back and watching. I'm pretty sure I missed a load of the in-betweens in that. All he wanted Leslie for, and if you go and look at the last couple of videos that Steve McRae have done since that little interview with Sherelle, all he talks about is I'm going to get more subs, I'm going to get more views from this, I'm going to get more subs, I'm going to get more views from this. That's all he cares about. That's all he cares about. This is all he cares about and has only ever cared about. Exactly. Do you sit back and watch? Don't get involved, Joe. It's hard not to get involved though when he's like doing a bloody... Steve is trying to destroy other people than Katie and Leslie. He will try to destroy Sherelle. Oh, 100%. He is literally... You go through their Twitters go through Lauren's Twitter, go through Joan's Twitter, go through Kim's Twitter, Steve's Twitter. Like, my name is brought up every other damn tweet, which is fine by me because it's bringing me views, it's bringing me subs, because people are coming thinking, what the fuck has she done? I want to go and watch her now. Only if Sherelle turns against Steve. Until now, she believes Steve's lies. I hope that she does her research. I really hope she does her research, because if she doesn't, she's going to be another Katie Joy. She's going to be another Katie Joy that's going to be abused, and, you know, everything else that's going to go along with it, and she is going to be taken down. Sherelle said she's angry because they interviewed that girl, baby Lisa. But again, she's having somebody on her channel that is interviewed a convicted rapist. Is that no better than, or is that worse? Is it the same? What is it? Oh, I know, Dove. I'm praying Sherelle sees him for what he is. Rebecca, I don't think she's going to. And I think, like the girls have said, it is going to be a sit back, watch this shitstorm unfold. It really is going to be watch this shitstorm unfold. Hi, Jean. Hi, classy mom. I love Katie, but she gets starstruck and gets into trouble. And that's the thing. Criticise her for that. Like, criticise her for that shit. The shit that she does, there's enough of it that she does all by herself. Criticise her for that. Don't go after her about, like, things, you know, that's just so wrong on so many levels. And I have been guilty of this. You know what I'm saying? I really have been guilty of this. And I apologise for my part in this, because it's not okay. I have no right to judge her as a mother. I have no right to say if she felt sexually harassed or not. That's not my fucking place. We need many people giving Sherelle evidence of Steve doing things against. Even if Katie is unlikable for most people, the focus of the interview debate is Katie responsible for the non-sec. She had nothing to do with the non-sec. She just believed her friend. That's all it was. She believed her friend. Chesh is one who has created the database. Lol. Steve needs a little lapdog. She's a fucking chihuahua and needs a fucking muzzle and a leash. Hi, Ange. But what she doesn't remember, like, Chesh will lose if her and Sweet Haven get into a debate. She will lose. Sweet Haven will come above her. Oh no, she wants to piss Katie off, and Steve just crawled in there under that rock like he normally does, and he has done with all of us. So I did the loop. I have no idea what the heck is going on. It's just preach it, Joe. It's just ridiculous, though. Like, go after her for the stuff that she's done. Go after her for being a bitch when she's online. Go after her for the way she talks to her subs. That's absolutely fine. I've got no issues with that. But going after her for those kind of things is vile, is disgusting, and I don't want to be that kind of woman. If Sherelle wants to criticise Katie for something, that's her right, as long as it's honest. But to team up with the biggest cyberbully around, no. Exactly, too messy. And that's my point. He has just gone and done what he'd done to us lot in this community. Now he's gone and he's going to try the same thing. And you know that Katie is he's going to bring those screenshots back up. Katie is going to get so much hate again for screenshots and for words that she didn't even say. She didn't write those. You're doing awesome, Joe. Thank you. I'll be back 2 seconds. I just need a bathroom break. Joe, wash your hands. I do. I wash my hands so much they're damn sore. Hey, CJ. Katie's doing fine. Her subs are over 75k now, and hopefully she will stay out. And seems people are bored. Yeah. So I knew my main account was blocked here, Keon. But yeah, I talked with Joe once and I was very respectful. I'll unblock you, Keon. That's not a problem. I can unblock you, mate. I'll do that now if you want. I can do that now. If anyone is blocked, just let me know. I can unblock you. It's not an issue. Right. Let me just do this so I can get key on. There you are. Okay, Keon, you're not blocked anymore, mate. Right, let me just catch up on the chat. Maybe Boomer is on the biggest platform, will backfire and his dirty deeds will be exposed. I hate that Katie has to go through it all again now. And that's my point. And that really is my point. That, you know, because he's going to go on Sherelle, and Sherelle's a bigger platform, all those people that are going to think Katie wrote those screenshots, Katie done all these things, Katie stole $60,000, which is just not the friggin' truth. She did not do those things. Have a go at her for the shitty things that she have done. Look, if Sherelle pursues the fight with Katie on Steve's behalf, bigger YouTubers will go after her. Well, Uni said last night on his live that he is literally going to go after her and do a video on her. Too messy, it will backfire. No one wants to hear on about this crap and the word evidence. I hate the word because of him. I agree, classy man. And where is this evidence? Like, where? He keeps saying about, I have evidence, I have evidence. Where? Where is your evidence? I just don't feel it's right that Katie Joy has to go through the past year all over again with a different community. I do worry about her mental health. She focuses on her channel and said she learned from her past mistakes, and I hope she has. Like, do you know what I mean? She can do things, and if she does something dumb, I'm gonna say about it. I think we've come to that point that she knows I'm gonna say she's a dumbass, but for something that she's actually done, not for something that freaking greasy boomer or, you know, greasy Uncle Fester have said that she has done, because that's not okay. I'm offering to talk to Sherelle on behalf of KJP and present my receipts of Steve's abuses. That's really good. That would, if you can do that, Keon, that would be amazing. It's not right. Like, I'm not a huge Katie fan. I'm never going to be. We're two very, very different people. But she does not deserve this. I'm just hyper-focused on Katie, or is she drag Leslie too? Is he just going to... Oh, no, he's going 100%. He's going to drag Leslie too. I hope she listens, Keon, right now. She seems to be overly defensive. It's strange. Really, really strange. For a smart woman, she's acting really dumb. If she will talk to you, great, but you know how brainwashed they are at first. And that's true. And I'll openly admit that. Steve is very convincing of playing the victim. He's very, very convincing of making you think, oh my God, how could she do that? That's awful. And she already had us on a... he already had us pissed at her. Do you know what I'm saying? He caught us at that time that we were already mad for her saying about... Leslie this and Leslie that. So there was already that tension there, which he then used that tension to his advantage and brought out all the fake shit. She's sick. She's running a fever. Who's sick running a fever? She doesn't care. Uni tried. She blocked him. Yeah, she doesn't care about Uni. But, like, on the most part, not all, because there's still issues I've got with Uni. And I'm sure he's got lots with me. I know that. He hates my guts. But he does try and show the evidence. Like last night's stream, if you haven't watched it, go and watch it. It's on the Rockalock channel. And I can't remember the timestamp now. But it's sort of early on in the stream, before he starts playing Tarkov or whatever the stupid game's called. I'm trying to get caught up watching Uni last night. Does anybody watch the Drunken Present stream? Unfortunately, Dana, I did watch some of it. I think I managed about half hour, and I literally felt physically sick. Don't kid me out, but maybe I'm misunderstanding, but you was made everyone's business when they put on social media, the YouTuber platform. No one disagrees. They're just trying to understand what you are saying. The good thing is people usually see through Steve. Most of us here did. Maybe the best approach is just to calmly drop you some receipts and let her form her own opinions. Yeah, again, too messy. I kind of agree with that. Whether she will, like Keon said, you know what I mean? She might not. She might literally just go, I want to fuck her over. I want to fuck Katie Joy over, and Steve's my little tool to do so. But I love the Drunken Peasants. I'm lost what they did. Right, to be honest, I'm going to be really honest here with the Drunken Peasants. Joe, please leave the stream up. Oh, I'm not deleting it. It's staying up. I don't know fully what happened with the Drunken Peasants stream. Okay, I went in fairly halfway through, but some of the things and some of the wordings that they were using, somebody in the chat even said this is why we need Sharia law. Like, excuse me? Gina, I'm saying I want to stay, Joe to stay out of all this group's sake. Yeah, she does. She wants me to stay out. I never normally comment as drama stresses me out, but this is a big reveal. Reveal goes ahead with Sherelle and creepy uncle. I think Katie will be even more evidence to show the court. I kind of agree, Laura. I do agree with that, and I hope that she does take him to court. I seriously do. I really, really hope that she does. This YouTube is the game communities pick up stories and give Katie a chance to speak. She gives Katie a chance to speak. She's trying to put Katie on a stream with somebody that sexually harassed her. How is that okay? It was a joke. Oh, was it? Okay. I'll take your word for it. Like I said, I only literally caught like the middle 20 minutes or something. So I'll definitely take your word on that. Joe, I'm never wrong. Shut up, tough kitty. I'll definitely take your words on that, Di, because like I said, I don't know much what they were speaking about, but certain words and terminology they were using were kind of like, me too, Joe. This is getting out of hand. I agree. The chat at DP was not a favour of Silverman either. The man has this idea to tell women or feminists. Yeah, I think that's the bit that I probably saw, to be honest. I think a bit that I saw, and again, I'm not gonna, I don't know what they were friggin' talking about beforehand, but he said something like, oh, millenniums and boomers have given women a lot of rights, and it's like, so you're allowed to sexually harass us because of that? It's because they're mediator and she will be in a safe place. She's a 40-something-year-old woman. Hyper, I'm sorry, I'm going to respectfully disagree with you. I would not want to be on a stream with my abuser. I don't care who is there in between. As somebody that's been through sexual abuse, I don't think that, like, just because somebody's there, that makes it okay. I'm sorry, it doesn't. And I'm going to respectfully disagree with you on that one, because I wouldn't want to be on a stream. I don't care if the fucking Pope was sat there, like, mediating it. I would not want to be on a stream with my abuser. Does that make sense? And I really wouldn't care who. And for her to try and put Steve on the same live, that would be horrific for somebody who's felt that a certain way. They joke. Billy is actually really sweet. Like I said, I literally caught like that much of that much stream. Do you know what I mean? I literally like caught that tiny little bit. A tiny little bit of the thing. Leah, PayPal isn't working. My PayPal isn't working. My PayPal was just working a minute ago. Okay, as someone who has also been through it, so sorry, respectfully, I don't care who was there, but I'd want to tell my side. See, I think that's where we differ. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I really, really wouldn't. I wouldn't want to be in the same airtime as him, because I know I would get I'd get anxiety. My tongue, I would get tied. I don't know, I can't explain it. Like, I would get all like anxious and upset, and do you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you, Hype? Oh, Hyper, sorry. Does that make sense more? And that's okay that you would want to. Hey Trish, how are you? Like, that's okay that you would be okay to do that. And everyone is different to how they react and they respond to that kind of behavior. For me, I definitely couldn't. I know that I couldn't think straight. I know I'd be tripping over my words. My anxiety would be like way up there somewhere. It would definitely make me very, 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 very scared and very uneasy with that. I personally think she shouldn't go on an interview. I don't think KJ should go. Steve will use everything she said for another year. I agree. I don't think she should either. And I don't think she's going to. I really don't. Do we give Jo PayPal under her currency or ours? Whichever one you want, Jo. I think they normally do it under mine. I know when I do it that way, I normally go under your currency. I don't think Sherelle is going to let Steve run the show, in all honesty. I think she will own him. I hope you're right, Hyper. I really, really do hope you're right. I honestly do. I think I'm going to sort of sit back and, like everyone else, sort of watch how it processes and progresses and stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think for the most part, I'm hoping that she is a smart woman and she sees through. Katie is smart enough not to interact with Steve. Yeah, I agree. I hope Sherelle owns him. She's going to search his name and find how filthy he is. I agree. I agree there as well, Ozzy. I agree there, Trish, 100%. I just, for me, like, I don't care if Sherelle doesn't like Katie Joy. I really don't. I couldn't care less. My issue is that giving Steve a platform could make this woman literally have so much crap again for another year, and that's so unfair. And like, I was one of the ones that gave her crap, and I still feel absolutely horrific. It's so awful that I did that. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, guys.
You didn't give her much.
You
didn't give her much.
I don't know. I give her a fair bit.
No, I think we've got any substance or seriousness.
Yeah. I just want to enjoy YouTube, especially during these situations. I agree with that, and this is why I did it all in one stream today, because I wanted to get my views across, my points across, because I've not, do you know what I mean? I've done the odd, like, snidey dig here and there, but I've not come and said, like, look, this is how I feel. I think we just know this, how stuff will blow up a community, and we don't want Sherelle's community. Yeah, 100%. Kiki, that's it. Do you know what I mean? That really is it. Like, the whole, like, and it is going to be what he brings up. Do you know what I mean? Like, what is he going to bring up that, what's the word? That's going to manipulate her following to that point. I've been missing in action the last few months because my daddy has been taken and diagnosed with lung cancer. All prayers and thoughts. Oh, Dana, I'm so sorry. If you need to chat, my mum was diagnosed with lung cancer, so I've been there. You're more than welcome. Katie already said on Twitter that she's not going to agree, Joe. Why would she go on without a piece of shit and cyberbully sexually harassed her for a year? Plus Sherelle Perry has a hate boner for her. Yeah, unfortunately, MD, my goodness, it's so horrific.
Do you want anything on that?
Can I have another coffee? I don't want to go cold. My mouth is dry as fuck. And it is, it's just, jeez. Yeah, sending you lots of love, Dana. And if you need to chat, come and chat with me. It's just incredibly crazy. Oh my god, the amount of times that Chesh got triggered was freaking funny as hell. Like, I'm not even joking. It was so funny. Like, proper triggered. Proper triggered. It was funny as hell. Ches, yeah. Like her call. But that's, and another thing, like, you think that, like, she is going to go on, right, with Steve and Chihuahua on her. Good Lord, kinds of people coming in today. Like 80 people watching, Joe. Oh my God, I didn't even notice that. Wow. It's a load of hate watchers. It's a load of hate watchers. I just think it's just so wrong, and I really do hope Katie doesn't get the backlash that she got from our community, from Sherelle's community. I really hope that's not the case. Ches or Chai? Chai for Chihuahua. Hello to all the trolls out there. Oh, there'll be a lot of them watching. There's definitely, doesn't matter how anyone feels about Katie, the fact Boomer is now Sherelle, is bullying her. Sherelle is larger channel and it's not a good look. I agree, MD, and that's kind of why I'm speaking out now, is just because I don't feel that it's right. I don't. And like, I'm not saying that I've been the innocent one in all of this. I'm not. You know, I've owned my shit. I did some horrific stuff to Katie. Like, the things that I've said and done is pretty freaking shocking. Do you know what I mean? I haven't hate watched you for months. Thank you, Patty. I love you. Patty grew. I grew on her. Now she just tells me off. Steve thinks Sherelle will like new channel and want to join. Oh, good God. Hi, Tabby. How are you? Sorry if I've missed anyone coming in. I am trying to keep up on the chat. Thank you, MD. I applaud you for sticking up for Katie, Joe. It's just sticking up for what's right. Like, me and Katie are never going to see eye to eye on certain things. We're not. We're two definitely different creators. We've got very strong opinions. We're both very, very opinionated. And that's okay. And that's okay for me to bitch about her sometimes about something that she's done. That's perfectly okay. And vice versa. Like, she can bitch about me for stuff that I've done. I'm fine with that. But for somebody like that to try and convince a larger audience to go on and bully her, that is not okay by me. And I'm not going to stand there and not say something when that is so wrong that it's not right. Like fungus. Yep. I love you, Patty. You're so funny. But would Katie stand up for anyone else? To be honest, probably not, right? But on the same token is, I'm not doing this to get in Katie's good books. I'm not doing this for Katie to like me. I don't care. I don't care. Like, we're always probably going to have that bitch back and forth of each other. I don't need Katie to go, oh my God, Joe said something nice. I don't need that. I don't want that. I don't need that. I'm saying what I feel is right, and I'm saying what I'm feeling is right is in my heart. Do you know what I'm saying? And whether, and Katie did to some degree, guys. Katie did stick up for me to some degree. Think about those screenshots that she got sent by Lauren. She could have quite easily gone out with them, but she didn't. She came to me. And in fairness, she really didn't need to. She could have gone, fuck you, Joe. You're a bitch. You've done some really disgusting things to me. Do you know what I'm saying? Thank you, Leah. She stands up for victims all the time, Rebecca. The fact that she has the interview with a sexual assault victim today. Does she? I might have a look at that. And it's irrelevant whether she sticks up for anybody. You know, it's the same as gift giving. I don't give a gift to someone so that because I expect a gift back. Does that make sense? I'm saying this because I, honest to God, believe it, guys. Like, in my core, I cannot stand by and say, like, fuck Katie, let her deal with it. Like, fuck her. Do you know what I mean? I can't do that. Everyone that loves Joe needs to hit the thumbs up. Thank you. Katie knew when you apologized and she was grateful. I did, and like I've said a bunch of times, like I apologize for the stuff that I was genuinely sorry for. I'm not the type of person that does that. I'm sorry. Britta's will tell you. I've had to go at Britta's for something and I flat out refused to apologize. I'm like, no, I'm not sorry. You did it. And Britta's will tell you, I'm a bitch. If I don't want to say sorry and I don't feel like I need to say sorry, I won't say sorry. I'm terrible for it. And Britta's will tell you that. Britta's, I've had run-ins with Britta's and I'm like, I'm not apologising to you, Brittany. I don't feel like I did anything wrong. Like, Britta's will tell you. I just don't think it's right that she, like, gets so much crap. Honest to God, guys, I really don't. My heart tells me that that's not okay for her to get that. I don't think Kate is a bad person. I think someone is being attacked by Steve and we would be supportive. So speaking up for Leslie when she was coming after her. Exactly. I understand your point, Joe. Thank you, Rebecca. I know I don't get my words properly out, guys, and I do understand that. But I hope that you kind of understand where I'm coming from, you know. I don't like bullying. Exactly, MD. We don't have to be a Katie supporter or a Katie lover or a Katie fan to realise this is so friggin' wrong. Exactly, I'm more Canadian and I say sorry more often. She does, even when she doesn't need to. I know what I was saying. Stop saying sorry. You didn't do nothing wrong. I agree, MD, and I respect how she staged through it, all of this. I couldn't have done it. Yeah, I agree, MD, as well. She's human and it's okay to, and definitely not a fan of hers. No, and that's the thing. We don't need to be a fan, but we also was all raised to know from a very, very early age right from wrong. And what Steve is doing to Katie now is wrong. Joe, you're doing fine. Thank you, Miss Leah. And I know I go over and over things. I know. I'm sorry, guys. I know I do it all the time. I'm sorry. Facts don't lie. Katie has all the facts on her side. Exactly. Steve is a bully. Steve bullied her and have done for like months and months and months, like nigh on a year. It's a good point, Joe. You don't have to love Katie to recognise that this is wrong. This is the difference between fair criticism and bullying. We should always stand up against bullying. Exactly. Exactly that. I agree. 100% too messy. She continues to pump out content. Exactly, and you've got to give her credit. Like, she literally pumps out credit to her for doing that. She gives more content and she puts content out, and do you know what I mean? Like, fair freaking play to her for doing that. Britta's is going live about 5 on IG, is it? Yeah, on IG. Steve is the worst kind of bully. He is. What time is Sherelle thing happening? I don't know when it's happening and what day it's even happening at the moment, Trish. Yeah, oh, British doesn't have Twitter. She got Twitter banned. She's on IG. Smash the hit and subscribe and share, and don't forget to support the channel, guys. PayPal link is coming up. I can't imagine how hard it's been for her to Messi. This is why I support her. And I agree, like, I do agree that this last few months must be absolutely horrific for her. Like, I obviously can't speak for other people, and I'm not going to speak for other people, whether they're sorry or whatever, but I know a lot of people who I've spoken to about this situation and about how I personally feel about it. You know, they all feel the same. They're all like, oh my god, yeah, like, Katie has really took a fucking battering. I fortunately only have a YouTube account. She can record, maybe you can record it, Britt, and put it on your channel afterwards. I'm sure even the non-Katie fans will be there to support her on this. I hope so. I really do hope so. You don't have, and I'm going to reiterate this, you don't have to like Katie to know that this is wrong, what Steve McRae and Sherelle is doing. Do you know what I mean? We can't just stand by and go, oh, well, just because we think Katie's this, or we think Katie's that, or we think Katie's this, that we can stand by and allow this bullying to continue. We all need to take that stand. We all need to go, no, you know, we will not stand by and allow you to bully a woman like this. I'm sorry that I keep repeating myself, guys. I'm sorry. It's not okay. It's not okay. And it's not ever going to be okay. And now he's gone from us, what? That he's been able to manipulate us to doing videos about Katie, doing videos, you know, and hands up, I did some shitey videos. I believe I took them all down. I did tell Katie I took them all down. I might have missed one, I don't know. This is me, blonde as fuck. But I do believe that I took them all down. You're waking my neighbours, John. Sorry. Yeah, and it's that cancel culture, isn't it? It's that everyone wants, like, I don't know whether it's jealousy or whether they just don't like the person, or I don't know what it is. I really don't. Yeah, today is Katie, tomorrow could be one of us. We want people to stand up and so we'll gladly stand up for Katie. Me too. No one deserves to be bullied, no matter how you feel about them. Exactly, Jean. 100%. Katie has always spoken well of Sherelle, and people have pointed this out to her. She doesn't care. No, she doesn't, because she's got this hate boner. And okay, like, don't get me wrong, I hate the N-word. I detest it. I really, really do hate it. But you can't be bitching at Katie for having somebody on a channel who said that word when you're having someone on your channel who's had a rapist on his. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't. That's so frigging contradictory. It's unbelievable. Yeah, I heard that too as well because of this Lisa. I don't know who she is. I don't watch 90 Day Fiancé, so I really haven't got a clue. So you guys will have to correct me if I'm wrong on these kind of things, because I honestly don't know. But I did hear that because she was on her channel. I'm not impressed with Sherelle either. And I don't think many people is. Like, I honestly don't. But all Steve McRae, if you go back to his videos, all he cares about is, I'm going to get more subs. I'm going to get more views because of Sherelle. He doesn't care what the content is. He just cares that she's a bigger channel, and then he can manipulate people to go to him, and he can then blow these people out of the water. She was doing her thing mainly about housewife content, too messy, but since 90 Day Fiancé started blowing up, Sherelle started doing lives. She brings on random people who are trashy, in my opinion. Okay, that makes sense. There's not a lot ever to cover right now. No, and I agree with that. Just as an FYI, YouTube's big enough for fucking everyone, Sherelle. If Casey Joy wants to cover me having a shite, that's up to her to cover it. It's her channel. She can cover what the frick she wants. It's hard to talk about Baby Lisa, but I thought it was Dog the Bounty Hunter's daughter, lol. I know, I thought that as soon as I heard Baby Lisa. It's not that hard. That man on his channel and supported and gave him against the victims. I personally think Steve M got a Sherelle when Katie did the collab with her. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Sherelle got pissed. She took her big girl panties off and decided to put her Barbie ones back on, and decided to spit the dummy and have a little tantrum about it and being like, I'm gonna make you suffer now. Ooh, no please. Sorry, Patty. I couldn't think of anything else to say. Sorry. Oh, look who finally emerged from the barrel, Jackal. All bloggers, journalists, etc. interview distasteful people. It's all how they handle it. From what I've heard, Katie was approving of Lisa's behaviour, so I don't know what the issue is. Wasn't approving of Lisa's behaviour, sorry. And, you know, so I can't, honestly. Katie doesn't agree with baby girl Lisa. She thinks that she's crazy, but she's getting the scoop as her job. I agree, yeah, 100%. Sherelle offered her $300 for the interview, and baby Lisa turned her down. Okay, so she's spitting the dummy. That's exactly what I just said then. She's spitting the dummy. Craziness, honest to God, man. Such bad I drink in the amount of water I drank. Thank God this ride is only 30 minutes. I'm gonna need another wee in a minute. Thank you, Miss Leah. Don't forget to like, guys, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And please contemplate supporting the channel via PayPal. I really would appreciate it. Thank you so much. Spit in the dummy. I know. We call a pacifier a dummy. Baby Lisa hates Sherelle. It's hardly surprising. And listen, like, these people like 2020 and all them kind of like really big shows interview rapists, murderers, child molesters, all of this stuff, but yet that's okay. That doesn't make sense. How is that okay for them to do it because they're journalists but not a YouTuber to do it? Don't start with the waterfalls. I need a pee. Again. Because Sherelle and Perry are talking shit about her. I think too messy, but baby Lisa girl is nuts. So who knows, lol. I don't know her. I really don't. I literally. Well, Sherelle wants baby Lisa off the show and is asking her subs to sign a petition to get rid of her off the show. Cancel culture much? That is what this is basically like. That just shows how petty Betty she is. Exactly. So that speaks volumes to me. Exactly, cute. Same to me. She wants to bully Katie Joy with Steve McGray, and they're all going to be there going, yes, we won. You're not going to take Katie off the friggin'... Even if Katie doesn't grow anymore, she still has 75,000 subs that watch her lives, like, have 3, 4, 5 times the amount of my lives do. So even if this, I don't worry so much about her subs. I really don't. I think that she's going to be okay with her subs. I think she's going to be, you know, okay with all of that. I do, honestly. What is bothersome is that a new group of people are going to believe that crap that Steve McGray spews and inevitably go and bully Katie. Thank you. Yeah, mob mentality. That's exactly what I was trying to get at. Thank you, Q. Yeah, basically that's what it's going to be. He's going to go on there, do the woe me. Katie did this, Katie did that, Katie did the other, Katie did this. And then all of a sudden, like, what? Do you know what I'm saying? It's just craziness. It's like, who are we to judge anything like that? We have no rights. Like, I've never once said to you guys, like, oh, don't watch so-and-so. If you're going to watch me, don't watch so-and-so. You're all grown-ass women. You can watch who the hell you want to watch. Do you know what I mean? It's none of my damn business who you guys watch and who you don't watch. I'm just going to need to toilet 2 seconds again. left my friggin'... There it is. Another piddle in the middle for Joe. I know, I literally got the friggin' bladder of a 8-year-old woman. It's really bad. Oh. 39 up, 6 down. Ah, that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I am 100% okay. I'm gonna get a thumbs down from what I'm talking about. I don't care. Let them thumbs down me. And they're all still watching. The haters still, it's still classified as like views, so I'm good with that. Mine shows 41 up. Am I the only one that thinks it's gonna happen to Sherelle in is lose some subs? I agree with you, Joe. 100%. I always hit the thumbs up the moment the stream starts. Love my Jojo. Thank you, cute. I appreciate you all. I think she is, Joe. I really do. I think she's going to lose subs. I think she's going to... And the most important thing is, like, it's not really the sub. She's going to lose respect from people. And that's going to be really hard to get back. It doesn't make sense when Katie Views was never had any interaction with Sherelle. She believes propaganda and is driving by revenge. It's very immature, and as it says on her channel, I agree with that. I do. She is going to. I haven't had any thumbs down on your video in a while either, Joe. Thank you, Patty. I do. Great steam, trying for lunch here. Thank you everyone for joining me. I'm going to be getting off soon now because we've been on nearly 2 hours. I knew it was going to be a long one, but I wanted to get it all done in one stream just because I wanted to sort of put my point across. And you know, I'm going to go and have food in a moment because I'm hungry. But I do appreciate everyone joining me. Still no PayPal, sorry. Thank you, Aussie Trish. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. It really does help me out a lot at the moment. It really does. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Have a great day, Jackal. He's gonna make me food. The cameras are rolling. Aussie Trish, thank you so much for the super chat and supporting the channel. MD, it's pretty petty. It's just so happy for Katie's interview that she's going to talk about her and mention her. It's just, and that's exactly what it is. It's cancel culture, but to the extreme, you know? Joe, thank you for doing this. Oh, no problem. I honestly felt like I needed to get my point across and to say to people, it's okay to not like Katie, but it's also okay to not stand by and watch a woman be bullied. Do you know what I'm saying? You can all dislike Katie for whatever reasons you've got, you know, that's perfectly fine. Dislike her, but again, don't allow what other people give you to warrant your hatred for someone. Hate her, or don't hate her, but you can dislike her for her things, you know. Don't hate her. Hate takes a lot of freaking effort, guys, trust me. We don't need to be hating on anyone right now. But as I said, I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna go and have something to eat, and I will be in chat later, and I'll have a chat with you all later on. I appreciate everyone joining me. Thank you to all the haters as well. Let's wave to them. Thank you, haters, for the views. And I will speak to you all soon. And I love you all. And thank you very much for joining me. Bye, guys.